so much. There's a comedian named Rodney Carrington, and
Oh,
this
I know
guy,
Rodney Carrington.
well, the salesman, I kept the whole time that we were visiting with him, I kept saying in my mind, who's he? Who does he remind me of? It's boys, everything. And finally, I said, I've been thinking the whole time. He spent a couple hours with us. I said, I've been thinking the whole time. Who does this guy remind me of? And he
It
said,
was
Rodney
him.
Carrington.
He
That's
said it.
it. He
It's
said, I get that all the time.
oh no, that's kind of like the Conway Twitty thing, the joke.
It is.
No,
Hello, darling.
hello, darling. Oh,
Hey,
that's
everybody.
great.
We're glad you're here with us. We're glad you weren't in the green room because it was a very, we're just glad we're glad you're here now.
Yeah, we got to set up for our True Blue book crew to have some green room time with us.
We
That's
do.
going to get on the schedule when you get off the road there, buddy.
Yep, we can do that. I'll be on the road till about October 24th, I think it is, roughly.
Yeah, so
So
just a couple
that,
more weeks. And next
yeah.
week we've got Jenny back taking your
I
place.
hate that I'm going to miss that. You and
Yeah.
Jenny together embarrassed the stew out of me, and it's kind of fun. I admit it.
Yeah, you just want to have a threesome with us. That's it. On screen. On screen, of
On
course.
screen, on
On
screen. We're
screen.
talking about a business meeting, all right?
Yes,
A
yes,
business
sir.
meeting.
Let's
Hi,
not get
Janelle
crazy.
and June.
June and Janelle. Yeah, matter of fact, Janelle, when we were talking on, hey, Maureen, Janelle was on the send out card Zoom training I do at 1 today. And
Right.
she's the one when I was saying you need to build your list. 1 year ago, I didn't know who Janelle was. So she's someone I need to add to my list. She's in the True Blue book crew too. She was the first one to qualify.
Yay, Janelle, you
Yeah.
win.
She goes after, she's going after her Avon business like crazy. When she makes up her mind, get out of the way, because that's what's
That
going
makes up for those that you recruit that don't ever sell anything.
Well, that's the way it is with every business, though, isn't it? Oh, that you
It
don't
is.
sell anything. Yeah, but that's actually true. What I'm surprised at is when people recruit people and like they won't recruit a second or a third person, waiting for that first one to work out.
That never
That
does.
had to been true with Affleck too, right?
No,
You
because Aflac wasn't the new agents weren't it. They could get a bonus if they nominated someone that we recruited, but that wasn't really their focus. Their focus was going out selling, making a living, and then when they got a little bit to a higher level as far as into management, that's when recruiting became more of a responsibility.
oh
What
okay.
Aflac would do is they would give them a bonus if they made a referral to for someone in for us to talk to and recruit. If we
Mhm.
recruited them, then the agent got a 5% bonus of their first year sales. So, if they wrote $100,000 in premium, the agent would get $5,000 bonus.
But I'm sure there were people that they signed up that didn't do anything.
Oh, it's that way in any direct sales business, and it's
Yes.
that way in any commission-only sales position like
I'm
insurance or
just
other things.
surprised in Avon or actually any of the businesses I play around with. A lot of people don't realize that. They think just because someone signed up, they're going to work out
Right.
or they're going to
And
work or do something, and that's not the case. Yeah.
now you have to in any type of direct sales or commission sales where it's built on recruiting, you have to bring in a lot of people to find those who will go out and do it. And you work with everyone, you give everyone your attention, but then certain people you can tell they're going out working more, so they get a little bit more of your attention because you have to work with the ones that are working. Is what it amounts to. But
And that was true in the insurance industry. It's true in the lipstick industry. It's true in the CBD industry. Yeah, it's true. And it's funny because
CBD industry, everybody's just kind of laid back. Oh, we don't need to work today.
no, I said CBD, not THC.
Okay, I get so confused. My dummies say both, but anyway.
Naughty man. Okay, so
Perfectly legal product in the state of Texas.
that's correct. Hey, Teresa. There's Teresa. Yeah, Teresa lives near me. We were thinking about going down there, having a holiday thing in Andover, Mass, because that's the closest they get to us. They don't have stuff up here. It's funny. I don't know if this story will be funny to you, but before when Avon was bigger, this is, I don't know, probably 20 years ago. Matter of fact, when I earned my first trip, I don't know how you feel about this, but back then, Avon used to surprise you at the dinner with whether you got it or not. Right. So you worked hard and there was no online checking.
Right.
And
Right.
they didn't tell you till you got to this big dinner where there's 400 people. And they tell you, my very first trip, I said to the district manager, the employee, I said, you tell me before I go, because if I didn't get this, and she was telling me all along how small my odds were of getting it. She
Right.
said, nobody in this state's ever got it. And she was going on. And I said, I think I got it. But you know what? You've got to tell me before I'm going. I'm not going to get disappointed in front of 400 people because I knew
Right.
I was going to cry if I didn't get it because I worked hard
Right.
for that. And she said, you have to. You're carpooling. I said, I swear to God, I'll drop them off at the door. I, I will drop them at the door and not come in. I said, if you tell me whether I got it or not, I swear to you, I'll act surprised. But I said, do not make me find that out in front of everybody. Thankfully,
Right.
I got it. And I went in there and I was surprised. I was surprised. But there's no way I wanted to be disappointed in front of all those people. 400
Right.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Got
that
a
was
couple of Facebook users. One says, "Hi guys, we can't tell what your name is, but hi back." And another says, "Hey Jeff and Lisa, we can't tell who you are either. So y'all type your names in there so we can see who you are to say hi to you."
yeah,
Uh,
StreamYard and Facebook have this thing where you have to agree to their terms or something for us to see your name. So sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't.
right.
So the first time you say something, put your name in the comment for us if you can, if you will.
I, re- I remember Lisa the first time. Hey, Dr. Reverend Kim. How's it?
Oh, Kim. Yay,
Yeah.
Kim.
Uh, the first time that I hit $1 million in business as a district with Aflac. Back then, this would have been I don't remember exactly what year, probably 1999, something of that nature right there. Anyway, hitting $1 million as a district sales manager was not the norm. There were very few in the nation that did that, and I had been pushing hard for it, and we'd been pushing through the end of the year to try to get it. And you could check your numbers on the computer, but when you did, of course, back then the computers were those huge. Let me get my hands in the right place.
Yeah.
Huge front to back, and then you had the TV tube kind of
The
thing on
big
the front. And
phone in the
when you connected, you heard this sound that went. Well, I'm checking it. It's literally the night
back.
or it's like I forget exactly the right time, but it was in the evening. It was we kept checking back, and we could they hadn't updated the numbers. And I remember sitting in the house, both the girls were around me. We're watching the thing, and it's time. They said that when I went on, they said, okay, the numbers have posted, but I hadn't checked yet. And so I was getting, kind of nervous about doing it. It's kind of like how I wrote a scene in the new book, if you'll remember what Livia was checking online.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay, and I clicked it, and we hit like 1,006,000, so we got over the hump on that. And
Nice.
I was so excited. I qualified for. I'd already made national convention and other things at that point, but qualified for the $1 Million Club, which was like a 4-day trip to a spa in Arizona, and, all expenses paid. No, it was like,
Right.
did we do it? Did we do it? Oh gosh, I felt this. I know the feeling you're talking about, where you don't want to. You'd rather know, even if it's not what you wanted to
Well, I
hear,
don't
just so
want to
you
know
don't get the
in
shock.
front of 400 people that I didn't get it, though. That's
Yeah.
what I don't want to.
Well, see, this whole crying thing's new to you. Crying's been my game for a while at these things.
Oh, right, right. Back then, I thought I would cry if I didn't get it because I worked so hard for that.
Right.
But I don't know if I would or wouldn't. Right.
Right.
But yeah, when else? When I made platinum, that was the whole Captain Platinum thing. We
Right.
did have the internet then. We did have reports and stuff. And when Janet's on. Hey, Janet from
Hey,
Ireland.
Janet. Hey, Facebook user that said, "Hey guys, that we don't know who you are yet. Put your name in."
So what happened? As a matter of fact, a whole bunch of people don't know this. This server at Avon had all the information. You could see all your numbers and everything. And they had this thing where if someone counted in your thing, and the platinum requirement had a whole list of requirements you had to meet. Well, when the thing turned, one of the things they said was going to count didn't count on mine.
Hey, Kim.
And it rolled over at 1 a.m. and I texted the corporate person at 1 a.m. I texted her and I said, "What the hell?" Like, you said it would count, it wouldn't count. I'm taking screenshots and everything. I'm sending it in. And that was and then they fixed it the next day, but that was a long night because I had missed it twice. The third time is when all that happened. That I had actually hit it and it didn't still count. That was I was like, oh. I was glad to finally make it. That's the important thing.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the October beard? I've decided in the month of October I'm growing a normal beard, and I haven't. Can y'all see
A
that?
normal beard. That's
a normal beard. Rather than just my goatee, I'm going to go the whole full beard.
I think you could fit in up here. I think you could.
But I don't live up there.
No, everybody up here shaves like twice a year. Once the spring, once the fall, and call it a day. That's what they do.
Well, I actually, as a rule, I only shave maybe once a week, and right now the only thing I'm shaving is down here to keep it off my neck a little bit. But I think
don't do the whole hairy neck thing. That's not a good look.
Yeah,
keep it there up here. Yeah.
It's almost a little. Here's what's weird. See that? Brown. See that? Brown. See that? Not so brown.
Oh, so if you got a long beard, it would be like a lightning strike in the middle. You have. Right?
I would look at what's the animal that's got the skunk. Would look like a skunk.
Well, that would be. I was hoping it was squirrel. What you were going to say?
I don't know. Do they make a black and white squirrel?
I'm sure they do somewhere. Yeah, my husband would fit it up there. I have even had people ask me if he was one of the Duck Dynasty guys. Yeah, everybody up here looks like Duck Dynasty. That's exactly right, Janelle. That's what it looks like. Yeah, yep. And everybody has an axe. You know what surprised me is that last winter a tree fell across the highway in my town. That is a paved road, right? The highway. Three guys stopped to help, and not one of all three of them had a pickup truck, which I totally expected. But the standard issue stuff up here, right, is pickup truck, dog, flannel shirt, gun rack, and chainsaw in the back. Not any of the three of them had a chainsaw in the back, and I was stunned. They had to wait for them to come in and do it. I was stunned. That is standard issue up here. Everybody has a chainsaw. I don't. I meant men.
I grew up in North Georgia. Go ahead.
Are you trying to grow your beard for No Shave November? I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know it was either. I basically just decided I didn't want to shave for a while, and then back years ago, I had a full beard. Again, even then I kept it neat and trimmed. I didn't let it get real long. But this was probably in 93, 94. I was going to tell some details I probably shouldn't tell, but I'd lost a family member that I was close to, and I just said, I'm going to do something different, change my hairstyle, started growing the beard, and I had a full beard up until, I can tell you exactly when I shaved it. I had a full beard until about January of 2002, because when I interviewed for my promotion to become a regional sales coordinator with Aflac, I had found out that the state sales manager didn't want us to have beards. He didn't like his regions to have a beard. And so he got to that point in the interview. I knew it had gone well, and I asked him, he said, do you have any questions? I said, well, I have one. I said, I understand you don't like for your RSCs to have beards. Is that right? And he said, yeah, I'd probably ask you to shave that. And I said, Frank Davies, I am a grown-ass man. I'll decide if I have a beard or not. And I'll shave that boy in a heartbeat for the promotion. So I shaved it. And what I did with my team, I didn't tell my team this. The promotion was announced in November, so we knew that I was going to get it. I told my team in November, I said, look, guys, I want to have a big December to finish out the year. If we hit this goal, I'll let you guys shave me at a meeting. Turned it into a sales contest.
You know, I like that. Capitalize on something you're already going to do because I did that with the hair.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we talk about today and reusing your content. You're just repurposing your content. I just repurposed the fact that I had to shave my beard anyway.
Oh, that's
I don't know if I ever told them that, actually.
Yeah, Maureen
So,
was part of that whole thing when we hatched the plan to do the fundraiser because I already was going to go blue hair, but I said, if we raise 1,000, I'll dye the hair blue.
I
Yeah.
thought I remembered you saying something like that. I was telling the story recently, and I said I thought Lisa had said she did the blue hair thing as part of a promotion as a fundraiser, and I said then later I got thinking, well, I didn't remember it right, but you
It was
helped me.
backwards, right? It was backwards. I already was going to do the blue hair, decided that it sounded kooky if I just did it. And then I thought, well, you know what? Maybe we could use this as some kind of marketing thing. So we were on a call. I think it was a send out cards call. Maureen was on there with me. And I think it might have even been, you can say Maureen, it might have been Maureen that said, did you know it's autism awareness and that color is blue? And I said, oh, no, I didn't know that. So that's what we raised the funds for. So, yeah, I'm pretty, yeah, that she went blue too. There was like 5 or 6 of us, I think, that went blue. So that was fun. Oh, Scott, Easter Day is on.
Hey, Scott, glad you're here, man. He's trying to catch up. I'm sorry, Scott. There's no ketchup. We only serve mustard and mayonnaise.
Oh, nice. Maureen said it was Dana Cohen that was the one that said about the blue hair. She knew about the autism awareness thing. So that was her. Yay. Yeah. She hasn't been on a call in a while, huh, Maureen? We haven't seen her in a while. So
I got so tickled as we were looking at the RVs today, and the salesman, he was so funny. He's actually the #1 salesperson for, this is the largest RV dealership in the world, at least in the United States. And for this particular line of Tiffin motor coaches, which is kind of our favorite thing to look at on those, he is the #1 salesman there, which makes him the #1 salesman in the nation. So we were talking about different trips he had taken and all that. But I got so tickled because he was talking about the reason Tiffin is the best way to go, which I already do this anyway because I've done a lot of research, was because wherever you are, they'll take care of you. Their service is just incredible. He said, a lot of these things, you get out in the middle of Rooster Poot, Arkansas, and you break down, nobody's coming. I said, you know what? And you can't find a good mechanic in Rooster Poot, Arkansas. You just can't. He had me laughing so much all day long. And there's one that if we were doing a green room thing for the crew tonight, I'd tell in the green room that I can't really say on the show, but it was absolutely hilarious. And it was a massage story. Because we were talking about massages and all that. And it was a massage story that happened to him and his wife. And I cannot tell you how funny it was. Oh. And then he said he made something up afterwards, which was even funnier. And I'll tell you maybe, but I'll save it for the green room thing. When we do our first green room thing for the True Blue Book Crew, if everybody can handle it, I'll tell it then. But it was so funny. And if I had coffee in my hand, I would have spewed it through my nose. I really would have.
Janelle will be there. She'll remember to remind you about it.
There we go. Janelle, hey, Janelle, I don't have a good memory, so it's your job to remember.
I'm glad I drove with you in the truck. You brought me to the airport when we were in, where was that now? That wasn't Dallas. San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio. I'm glad you are a good driver, thank goodness, because that is like a pet peeve of mine because there's a big RV dealer down the street and you don't have to have any kind of special license to drive those things.
Right.
So they got people driving those that really shouldn't even be driving cars. Right? Oh, no, you drive all right though. I can see you driving one.
But I could curb a bicycle. Imagine me driving a 40-foot diesel pusher.
No. That's scary. Yeah.
Well, I'll make the news someday on it. You watch.
You're going to make the news. Does Lori want to drive it? I'm not sure.
I don't think she really wants to. So.
Oh, no. Yeah, I drove that 1 ton around the box truck.
Right.
I'm not sure I wanted to either, but the thing is I didn't back up and those RVs are a lot bigger than that 1 ton.
Yeah, but they've got these now. They're so sophisticated. They literally have cameras all around the entire unit. You can get a 360-degree view of your RV. And the way it works too is one of you gets out and signals, and you work out your hand signals so that you don't run over that person, that they help you get into space. Running over that person is a bad idea.
Yeah, I
It's just
know.
bad.
Oh, Janelle says it's always interesting to see people try to back into campsites when you go camping.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
you know what that reminds me of? I think it was on YouTube I saw. There's guys that their whole thing, they go to boat launch dock there and
Right.
set up on the side in lawn chairs, and they heckle the guy.
They hold up signs. Give them a 5.6 or
They do. And like half of the men are really mad about it, and I can understand that because number two, oh man, I tell you that we went to the boat launch one day, and he's all into quickness because he gets so mad when someone in front of him takes their time launching their boat. So we're in the boat going out, and all of a sudden, I don't know nothing about boats, nothing. I'm sitting in there, and all I said was, I didn't know there was this much water supposed to be in the bottom of here. And he jumped into the lake there with his glasses and his shirt and everything on, and he didn't say anything. He jumped right in, but he had the plug in his pocket and put it in the back. But I didn't know that was going on. I'm like, what did I say? He just with his glasses on, you know. So, right.
Well, it's like the movie Mastering Fear by John David Mann and Brandon Webb, talking about that scene where the helicopter missed the deck and was going really low, and all of a sudden water was coming in. The helicopter, at least it was splashing on the bottom of it. And that would be a bad day in a helicopter. That would not work out well. But the co-pilot actually pulled it up. The pilot froze, and the co-pilot kept her cool and pulled it up. So.
Well, I know he made us go out even with a bunch of water in the boat because he didn't want to hold up the line. It was some big thing. But anyway, the guys sit on the side of the road there, and they have pool noodles, and they bang them together. And you'll have to look it up because it's funny, the ones that get mad, though, the guys that get mad because they're doing that, but they're doing it because guys get mad. You're better off just to, brush it off. Janelle says her husband drives a semi, so he is great at backing in. He's always helping other people back their campers in. Well, that's awesome.
Your husband's a very nice man, Janelle.
Yeah, I bet he wouldn't be heckling because he knows how hard it is.
But yeah, all I'll say about this is husband number two kept backing up and got water in the boat, and you released him into the wild. The gun should have been better. I'm just saying.
You know, it's funny. I got that wording from, of course, I have about a 40-year career with Avon as a representative. When someone disappears from corporate, they of course can't tell us whether they moved on their own or they got pushed out, right? So we don't know whether they jumped or got pushed. So they would always say to us, we release them to move on to a better opportunity. So when I got divorced, I didn't know what to say because I'd always included him in my story. And I just all of a sudden left him out of everything, and I cut his pictures out of the Christmas cards and stuff. So then people were asking me, because I was speaking a lot during then, and somebody asked me, and I said,
I'm looking at the last comment.
Oh, that's wrong.
Put your name there. I got to give you credit for that. That's hilarious.
So someone asked me when I was speaking, and I just said it off the cuff. I said, I released him to move on to another opportunity.
I liked it better the way you told it to me and we put it in the book. You released him into the wild.
Well, that developed over time because right. Kim, oh yeah, I know why Kim. You like me? Kim was my roommate in DC. One of my roommates, Peg and Kim, and so Kim has, Kim knows the whole story.
I know we're running a little short on time because we've been playing all the whole time. But as we get closer to the holidays, what do you have planned business-wise? What are you going to be doing over the holidays.
Yeah, I did want to show you this because there's some Avon representatives. And if you are not an Avon representative, listen to this. Don't think this is an Avon idea. The idea is to have a couple options and go see people that normally give gifts to their staff members. So that would be a real estate broker giving them to the admins. I can think of a whole bunch of offices where there's a boss that has admin staff that they buy gifts for, law offices, real estate offices, actually just offices where they're doing that, even dentists, orthodontists, doctors' offices that are buying gifts for their admins. Car dealerships is another good one. What I do is I have 2 offers that I have, and I offer to wrap it for them, because if there's one thing I've learned all this time is that guys don't want to wrap nothing. They want it ready to go. They're willing to pay more if it's just ready to go. Right. Which is right. What? Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's you. That's on you, buddy. Okay. I know. Okay. So my 2 offers this year are, this is, cut it out. What? I don't, 3, 6, this is 12-piece set. Okay. And this is a $39.99 retail. That doesn't say how much I'm earning, right? $39.99 retail. And then if I go in and show this for their admins and they buy them, awesome. But if I get something that says, well, I need 2 tiers of gifts because I have different levels of admin, or if they say my budget doesn't allow me to do $39.99, then I show the other alternative, which is a $20 set. So I have 2 sets with me all ready to go. I don't even show the 20 unless this is off the table. I show this. Go ahead.
A lot of companies, in addition to buying for their admin staff, like they'll be buying for their clients too. So it might be a way to do more that way as well.
Yeah, their clients and also the service providers. Because I know this at $19.99 would be appropriate for teachers, for bus drivers, for the Girl Scout troop leader. There's a bunch of stuff as a parent you have to buy for. So I think with all of us as salespeople, don't think of it as just them buying for themselves or them buying for their family. There's a whole bunch of other things that people buy for. So that you want to think about. The other thing we were talking.
Question on that. Let me ask you this real quick, because we get a lot of people, of course, that are outside of Avon and all that. And I know at Aflac, I used to get gifts from my key clients and all that.
Yes.
If somebody wanted to do this from you, is there a website they can go to so that they want to order a bunch of those $40 sets to give out to some of their clients? Where do they go to do that for you?
Absolutely. If you're not an Avon representative, it would be nhlipsticklady.com. And you can get either one of those.
nhlipsticklady.com.
Yeah, I shortened that because that's New Hampshire. nhlipsticklady.com. Or contact me directly, which I put my info all over the place, because I can tell you when there's going to be a coupon code for free gifts or whatever. So I can help you place the order. Cool. So Easter Day wrote.
Say something else before I interrupted you. Sorry.
That's right. Easter Day wrote what I really want for Christmas. He didn't say that. A date with Preacher Lawson. Have you seen Preacher Lawson?
I have not seen Preacher Lawson.
He's my new celebrity crush. It used to be Hugh Jackman, but now it's Preacher Lawson. So
I thought it was Garth Brooks.
Oh, well, but he married that woman.
You refused to say her name. By the way, you would have been proud of me the other night. This was Tuesday night while we're in a resort in Orlando right now, but they were having karaoke night, and they happened to have Garth Brooks kicking and screaming. So I did that on karaoke night.
You did it?
I did.
Oh, where's the video, or it didn't happen?
Laurie may have taken a video, but she will not post it under any circumstance.
Oh, come on. I'll sweet talk her into it.
But it did pretty well. I mean, I did all right. But there was another guy that came on after me, had the best voice I think I've ever heard in a karaoke thing. And he was probably 100 pounds overweight, covered in tattoos, unkempt hair, and had an absolutely awesome voice. It was incredible.
You know, though, what I found out, now this is a green room thing, so I'll wait till you stop drinking. You know what?
You don't want coffee coming out my nose like that.
the karaoke thing is very similar to the online dating strategy app thing. It's all about your swagger. You can look any way you want, long as you got some swagger going on there. You do very well. It's all about the swagger. See, I didn't know that. Someone had to tell me that. So
I'm not going to say a word to that.
once I found out it was all about the swagger, yeah, I did much better. I like swagger. Yeah, did you notice I have the set on again today? I can't
Right.
seem to take it off. I cleaned cat boxes with this set on. What is wrong with me?
Well,
I'm not wearing it for
that
someone
list is a long and.
Thank you. I can't argue with that, but I don't wear jewelry for someone else. Do you know I had somebody
Right.
say that to me? That one of my friends said it's Carla. Carla said she
Mhm.
was surprised I dye my hair since I'm not married, and I'm like, but I'm not dyeing my hair for someone else. I'm dyeing it for me. And that's the same with jewelry. I've worn jewelry all the time, whether I even leave the house or not, because I'm wearing it for me. I'm not
Right.
wearing it for someone else. So anyway, yeah.
What else? You were about to say one more thing about the Christmas stuff.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because
Okay. So we were talking about it at 1 because I do a send out cards training at 1. If you're not part of send out cards yet, let me give you a URL for that because it's holiday card time. There's no easier way to take care of this than send out cards. Right now, they have even a 10 card challenge that you could send 10 cards over a span of 20 days for $20. That's including the postage. And it's bluehairedcardsender.com, bluehairedcardsender.com to take advantage of the 10 card challenge. Okay. But you have to start kind of anytime now. So get in touch with me so we can get it straightened around because right now is when I'm looking over my date book to see who to add to my list. There's an app called Card List that I use every year that keeps track of what I sent out and what I cut coming in. And I need to make sure I got everybody I met. So you know what the rule is, right? You can be successful at anything if enough people know what you do. The only way
Right.
they're going to know what you do and have some connection with you is if you keep in touch with them. And this is such a good prime opportunity to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm looking back because I went to Salt Lake, I went to Denver, I went to places I met a whole bunch of new people. And I want to make sure I'm a part of new groups too, even like the Achieve thing and the Canadian group I'm in. So I need to add all those people before I send out my cards. But yes, indeedy.
Yeah. I used to when I was in the field with Aflac. I would when it came Christmas time, I would bake cookies and take them. That was just what I did for my folks.
You bacon?
I baked the cookies, and it was unusual to have a guy do that. And so I would take them into my accounts. A lot of my key contacts were ladies. A lot of them were men, but a lot of them were ladies, and they just thought it was amazing that a guy could make cookies. Now, I didn't go to a whole lot of trouble. I bought the tube of cookie dough and I cut it up and made
No.
cookies. But then as I got where I wasn't really in the field anymore, my job basically was taking care of my leaders. And so what Laurie and I would do every Christmas is we would give my office staff some gifts, and I would give them a bonus. The bonus usually happens right before Christmas. Sometimes it's after Christmas. It was based on the kind of year we'd had. And we would take all of my team, all of my office staff and their spouses, and all the regional managers and their spouses, and we would host them to a dinner at a very upscale steak
Nice.
place, that kind of thing. So we wanted to do something for them like that, and that was pretty much what we did. But I think the idea about the two options on the gift packs like that, because so many companies buy gifts for their staff and they buy gifts for their key clients out there, and it's a great way to do that. So I
But
think we should do
you
more.
gotta go now because they're gonna
Yeah,
get that wrapped up pretty soon and offer gift wrap because that's cheap. Cheap
yeah,
to get cheap paper and just get that done for them. And
yeah,
I mean, guys don't want to deal with that. So I mean, I'm sure there's women that don't want to deal with it either. But I just know when I had the little store here, it was always a running joke because Christmas Eve I would have stuff extra because this happened.
right.
Men would come to the door and I'd be locked and they're sitting in there working or something. Knock on the door, and I'd be like, "Hey, we're closed. This is late," they'd hold up their credit card on the door. And they just go, please, please.
Avon lady, I got money.
And I'd let them in and I'd say, what's your spending limit? And I'd
we're
do
over
a big
time.
basket for them, you know. Yeah, and believe me, that was the thing about the 40 option that I wanted to make sure. When someone came in and said they wanted a basket, I said, what's the most you want to spend on it? And I made sure we spent the most. So don't, right. And, you know, I do
You
that
didn't
now.
want to disappoint them.
Well, too many people judge the other person. Like I see this happen all the time in Avon. Somebody will say, I'm looking for an anti-wrinkle face cream. They'll offer them the one at the lowest price point first. No, you offer them the highest price point first and work your way backwards. That's the idea with this too. You offer the 40 and don't even have the other one out.
I got tickled at that salesman today at the RV place. He was talking about a couple of his clients that have, well, over the years have bought multiple homes. They're doing really well. And it was the kind of thing where it was a little bit competitive. And so, and they kind of knew each other. And so he was telling us about telling one of the guys, he said, you know, John got the 600 horsepower engine. And then he said, well, I'm going to take that 605 then.
Yeah, I understand that size does matter. Yeah. What in the RV size?
I can't drive a big one. I'm looking at less than 40 feet because I know I can't drive a big one.
I've heard that about you.
That's just wrong.
Now that I'm gasping for air, okay.
We got to go.
Yes,
we love you guys. We love you guys.
We'll see you in 2 weeks and have fun.
If any of you have not posted a review on Amazon, please do. We're still looking for more reviews on Amazon.
Yeah, have fun and stay safe, and we will be on barbecuing you on next Thursday with Jenny.
I'll watch the replay.
So come back, everybody, next week for Jenny, and we'll see you in 2 weeks, sir.
Sounds good. Jenny is great. I'm looking forward to watching the replay.
Well, thank you,
Bye,
sir.
everybody.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.